The motor spins the sprocket, which drives the chain to move the garage door. A defective motor won't spin when activated, and the door won't open. If the motor won't run when you activate the garage door opener, you can replace it using the steps in this video. Wear work gloves to protect your hands. Now, let's get started. Unplug the garage door opener, or turn off the house circuit breaker for the garage door opener. Pull the emergency release rope to release the trolley. Shut the garage door if it's not already closed. Remove the fastener ring from the straight door arm connected to the outer trolley. Pull out the clevis pin while supporting the straight arm to disconnect the garage door from the outer trolley. Lower the straight and curved arms down and rest them against the garage door. Open the light cover to access the wall control and safety sensor wires connected to the motor unit. Disconnect the wall control and safety sensor wires from the motor unit. Close the light cover. Remove the nuts, bolts, and lock washers that secure the motor unit to the ceiling bracket. Support the motor unit with one hand as you remove the last bolt from the ceiling bracket. Carefully lower the motor unit and rest it on your work table. Remove the fastener ring from the header bracket clevis pin. Pull the clevis pin out of the rail and header bracket while supporting the rail with one hand. Lower the rail and rest it on a rung of the stepladder so the rail is level with the motor unit on your work table. Remove the light covers and light bulbs from either side of the motor unit. Flip the motor unit over and remove the screws from the motor unit cover. Then pull the cover off. Remove the plastic helical gear retainer and pull the helical gear off. Unplug the RPM sensor wire harness. Release the limit switch locking tabs by squeezing the sides just below the motor bracket near the helical gear. Move the limit switch aside and let it hang by its wires. Note the location of motor wire connections so you can connect the new motor wires later. Unplug the motor wires from the capacitor and the terminal block. Remove the bottom screws from the motor plate and pull the motor and motor plate out. Position the new motor and motor plate over the motor unit and line up the gear and sprocket shaft with the main bearing. Fasten the new motor plate and motor to the motor unit using the bottom mounting plate screws. Connect the new motor wires to the capacitor and the terminal block. Position the limit switch on the motor bracket and snap it into place. Reinstall the helical gear on the gear and sprocket shaft and secure it with the retaining clip. Plug in the RPM sensor wire harness. Reinstall the motor unit cover, securing it with the mounting screws. Reinstall the light bulbs and light covers on the motor unit. Reconnect the rail end to the header bracket using the clevis pin and fastener ring. Carefully set the motor unit on top of the stepladder. Reinstall the motor unit to the ceiling bracket using the nuts, bolts, and lock washers. Open the light cover to access the wall control and safety sensor terminals on the motor unit. Reconnect the wall control and safety sensor wires to the motor unit. Close the light cover. Reconnect the straight door arm to the outer trolley using the clevis pin and fastener ring. Re-engage the trolley. Plug in the garage door opener, or turn on the house circuit breaker. Run the garage door opener through a complete travel cycle to check upper and lower travel limits. If the garage door doesn't close completely, adjust the down travel and cycle the door open and close to test the adjustment. Continue to adjust the down travel until the door closes completely. If the door doesn't open completely, adjust the up travel in the same manner.